Alright, what is up guys? Today I'm just going to be doing a little bit of work to the DSM. I'm going to be de-ricing this car. What I'm just going to be doing today is just removing the stickers from the car, give it a little bit more class, a little bit cleaner looking. I'm going to get rid of this stupid thing. I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to get rid of these two and that sticker, and hopefully it'll make the car a lot better looking. I kind of like the ground control sticker because that is the one part that is actually on this car, and it looks alright down here. So I might leave that one, but all the rest are going to come off. Got Goo Gone to soak all the gooey stuff, residue from the stickers off. Armor All Auto Glass to clean the windows after I'm all done. And then I got razor blades to scrape the stickers off, and then I'm also going to need a rag. So I'm going to go get to that, and then I'll show you guys the end result. Alright, so car is running right now. Hopefully it's not too loud, but I am done removing all the stickers, and I cleaned all the windows up real nice as well. They're not perfect, but they're a lot cleaner. You can actually see through them. The car was owned by a smoker, so there was like a haze all over everything. But no more speakers. Close that before I get copyright. No more sticker there. No more sticker on this side. No more sticker on the back window. It's just looking so much better, especially now that the windows are nice and clean. No haze all over them from, you know, cigarette smoke. They would need a couple more passes to make them perfect, but this car actually gets driven, so there's really no point in going real crazy to clean it. But yeah, that's one step, or one part of the de-ricing process done. I'm going to let the video go for now, and I'll come back probably when I'm doing exhaust work to it, removing the fart can and the catalytic converter, and fixing all of the exhaust leaks, and making this thing sound somewhat proper. It's going to be nice and loud, a lot louder than it is right now, but it won't have that nasty wet fart. It'll have a nice raspy sound to it, which is pretty much the only way to make a four-banger sound good. So I'm going to let you guys go and get back with you later. Alright, we are back for part number 2, I suppose, of de-ricing the Eclipse. You'll notice it is up on a jack stand at the moment. And today we are doing something I've been wanting to do for a long time, that is removing the fart cans. So to do it, I've just got this 24-inch long, 2.5-inch pipe, and this connector, which is the 2.5-inch inner diameter on both sides, some black exhaust paint, and then I'll show you the setup under the car and a couple things I'm doing. First thing, I'm getting rid of the catalytic converter as well, because screw my emissions. We don't do that here, so it doesn't matter. Wow, it's windy all of a sudden. That's great. Going to be cutting this pipe right about here, right in front of the secondary O2 sensor, so I can leave it plugged in, and hopefully it won't throw an engine code. If it does, oh well. I'm going to cut it right here, put one of those ID pieces over it, and weld it, and then I'm going to take this flange and bolt it up to the other flange, which is exactly the same up there, and I'll probably just end up reusing one of those gaskets, or not putting a gasket in for now because I don't have one, and then inserting a section of that 24-inch pipe there to fill the gap. And I'm going to take the leftovers from that 24-inch pipe and use them to eliminate this. This is the fart can that I don't like, obviously. Yeah, so getting rid of the cat first, that's priority because there's a giant exhaust leak coming from it. Not exactly sure how or why, but there's a leak coming there. I'm going to use the remainder of the pipe I have left to fix, or well, not fix this, but get rid of this stupid thing. Tired of looking at it, tired of hearing it. It just makes the car look stupid, makes the car sound, actually the car doesn't sound that bad, but I don't like the fart can, so it's got to go. Alright, so finally the mid pipe is totally removed. I'm hoping that these two flanges right here are the same, If not, I'm gonna have to take this flange and mate it to this pipe, but I'm gonna cut these bolts off and find out. But here it is. I'm gonna be saving, you know, this flange to here. I'm gonna be cutting it about right here, even though I've debated just chopping the O2 sensor off because I ripped the sensors out trying to remove it. So I may just make 2 cuts right here and just get rid of the O2 sensor entirely. But I don't know, it would be nice to have it there just in case I decide to. Actually, I could use this bung for a wideband at one point, so I'll probably hang on to this. I wanted to take this sensor and move it to the front, but I believe it is different from the one that goes up front. But yeah, here's the cat. It's rusty. It leaked quite a bit out of multiple areas, so it's got to go. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to go get these bolts cut off and decide to, if the O2 sensor will come out, if I can get it to come loose, I'll put it back in and leave it there and save that bung for when a wideband O2 eventually has to go in this car. If it won't come off, I'll just chop the whole section out and we will figure out what to do later on with it. Alright, so here's the new mid pipe all welded. Obviously the cat is gone. I measured and that flange is the same. I was also able to get the O2 sensor to break free, and I put some WD-40 in there to keep it free. So now all I have to do is wait for it to cool down and the paint to dry on it a little bit, and I can attempt to bolt it back up. Well, but I got the mid pipe put back completely. It's bolted up in there, bolted up back here, everything's tight. No gaskets because the old ones were crud and I don't have replacements, so there's going to be some small exhaust leaks, especially after it warms up a little bit. But this is a lot better than the exhaust leaks I had with the cat on there, and it'll be a lot throatier sound coming from the car. But kind of running short on time. I do work tonight, so I have to get some sleep at some point. So I'm going to leave this where I'm at right now, and tomorrow or the day after I'm going to come back and get to removing the fart can. Plus I don't have enough exhaust pipe to remove it anyway, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. So I am back the next day. I'm working on the car again. Got a few more things for it and a few more things I'm going to be doing to it. First thing is I'm going to be taking the mid pipe back out. One, I'm going to patch up a couple little exhaust leaks in my welds that I had. So I'm going to take the flap disc from the grinder, which is in that red box, and fill those in. And then I did go to the auto parts store and get some gaskets. These are just like the real cheap gaskets, but they will work. I got those. There's 2 of them here. These 2. And then I got some copper gasket stuff that I'm going to put around that just to help it see a little better. Got all new nuts and bolts and washers. There's a couple bolts, a bunch of washers, nuts, and the other bolts, so I can bolt it all in and get it all nice and solid. And then I got another pipe for the muffler delete, for the actual fart can delete that I'm doing because I didn't have enough pipe left over after doing the mid pipe to remove the fart can and extend it out the back of the car. So first thing and the most important thing is to get the mid pipe done so I can get all the exhaust leaks taken care of, or at least all the leaks that are in the middle section of the car, and then we will get to installing the pipe in place of the fart can. Alright, so I just got the welds touched up on the mid pipe and repainted it. So I'm just going to let it dry for a little bit and then stick this back in. And then once that is done, I'm going to get underneath the car and cut this stupid thing off and weld the pipe right over top of where it used to sit. I'm going to hide under here and hopefully there's not as much wind, but the exhaust is bolted up with its new gaskets, as you can see, and all the sealer and stuff, so there should be very minimal leaks, if there are any at all. I also fixed some of my welds and whatnot, so we should be pretty good to go as far as exhaust leaks go, at least up front. So now I'm going to go up there and cut the fart can off. should be free. Alright, there it is. The fart can is removed. I ended up getting a lot of like hot metal spraying all over the GoPro lens, so hopefully I didn't scratch it to the point where you guys won't be able to see much anymore, because that would suck. But there it is. See where I cut it. I attempted to cut the hanger, but it was too hard to get to it and taking too long, and I was burning my arm. But yeah, that's a fart can removed. And as you can see how useless these things are, there's like a 2.5 inch pipe going into it, and this giant 4 and like 3/4 inch tip out the back. So yeah, don't let the giant tip fool you. It does nothing. So now we're just gonna put this on. What size the inner diameter piece will fit. So basically we're just gonna put this guy right here, and it's gonna stick out, and that'll be it. And it's gonna stick out at kind of a funny angle, I guess, but there's not really much that I can do about that. Alright, well there it is. The fart can is gone. My welds down here look like poo, but they aren't super important. They just need to keep the pipe from sliding off. It gets windy as soon as I go to record. I apologize for that. But yeah, fart can's gone, cat's gone, exhaust leaks hopefully solved. Let's go where it's not windy. But yeah, that's what it looks like from out here. It looks a lot better than a giant fart can. It hangs kind of low, but I'll live with it for now at least. It's a lot better than it was. So yeah, that was a quick video de-ricing the Eclipse. I think I'm going to end it here. I didn't do a whole lot, just removed some stickers and modified the exhaust, but there's the old fart can, no longer in the car. Car looks a lot better without that rusty hunk of shit on there. It's going to sound a lot better. I will make a separate exhaust video later, but right now it's getting to be about my bedtime because you know, third shift life. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. And as I mentioned in the reveal video for this car, I'm going to be doing sort of like a build off with 802 Garage. He has a 97, I'll correct myself from the reveal video, he has a 97 GSX that he's doing all kinds of work on. So make sure you go check him out and see what he is up to. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching.